What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Brian Watkins, and welcome to another edition of the Brian Watkins channel. My subject today is about what I miss most about the legendary rock band, heavy metal band, Van Halen. The reason why I'm making this video for all of the other fans that feel the same way. Let's get started. I remember coming into a knowledge of Van Halen's music. It was in 1984 with the hit song Jump. We were staying on Coventry in Detroit, Michigan, off of West 7 Mile, John R. Road. The side street was Emory. And when I first heard it, I had to hear it a few times. And then I think I heard it a few times when we stayed on Coventry. We ended up moving on not Coventry, excuse me, Danbury. And a friend of mine, somehow he ended up letting me, he either gave me the album on cassette or let me borrow it. I was working at Radio Shack, and I bought, at this time, Walkman radios were very popular. It was the biggest thing, because we're talking the 80s. So, stayed on Danbury in Detroit off of West 8 Mile, near John R. Road. So I'm dating a young lady that lives in Inkster. So to kill the time when I would catch the bus out there, I would listen to Van Halen's album on cassette, Jump 1984. So I got a chance to hear that song, Jump, I'll Wait, House of Pain, Drop Dead Legs, uh, Hot for Teacher. Let me see. It's been a while. I gotta think. I remember listening to that album a lot. Um, Panama. Uh, in a nutshell, I like the whole album. All I know is I played the whole album on both sides all the time, loud, very loud, because it was a music shop in New Warren. It was on West 8 Mile, and I would walk up there, and they were so cool because they would let you test out the equipment, whether you was buying it or not, didn't matter. This was brand new stuff, brand new drums, and this time the digital drums had just came on the scene. It was embraced by a lot of bands successfully. One of them, Prince, may he rest in peace. So when I saw that digital drum set there, you just asked them for a pair of drumsticks, they give them to you. I ended up buying a lot of stuff from there in the future, later on. But I would play a lot of stuff up there. So Van Halen definitely inspired me to pick up bass guitar, and it all came from that album. So I'm still a huge Van Halen fan now. When David Lee Roth left and Sammy Hagar replaced the lead singer, the song "How Do I Know If This Love" it was okay. It wasn't whack. It was nothing like David Lee Roth. Like, he lit them songs up. Plus, he had a very intense, energized stage presence about himself. So they disappeared. What I think, yeah, David Lee Roth went solo, and the solo thing went really well. But Van Halen is no more. I believe Eddie Van Halen, he had some health issues, some pretty bad health issues. So they're gone. So what I miss about them, everything. Number one, they never sound like anybody, and I like any group, any artist that's original. That. So yeah, they're gone. It's all gone. No one came behind them. Like I said, most music today is digital. And some of it is okay, but coming from where actual people who actually played instruments, with all that intensity you hear on music from the what I would say the 80s, the 70s, um, the 60s, the 90s, it started to become more and more digital. And I'm not saying that today's artists that's out now, don't do anything to get compensation. That simply is not true. They just have more of a, trustworthy production engineer system of digital music to get their point across, to make record sales and tour and put together a fan base. And I understand that. But see that didn't exist when Van Halen in the 80s, some of the 90s, the 70s especially, the 60s, and Motown kicked off in 1959. So, that was real people playing.